Hi. Hi, it's just Brittany fans. This is just Brittany. How are you guys doing today? I am doing great. I'm feeling good. It is Martin Luther King Day.
Girl, if you don't get it
So that's
together,
just
it
a
is Martin
celebration in
Luther King
itself.
Jr.
Sending so much love around the whole entire world. Honestly, I am. Okay, today is a day for all of us to reflect. Okay, like this man walked and fought for rights for black people, okay? And not only did he do it alone, he had so many people of all races and all colors fight with him, okay? Let me tell you guys, okay? I just want to send so much love around this world. I just want us all to embrace each other and to love each other. We're all human beings. We all bleed. We all are born the same way. We die the same way. We're all sharing this earth together, okay? This is
What you
all of
talking
our
about,
earth.
Willis?
This is all of our home, okay? So let's start
So
embracing
basically,
each
what I'm
other
trying to
and
say
loving each
is,
other,
y'all,
okay? Love
we all
thy
in this
neighbor,
together.
okay? Don't preach that if you can't love every neighbor, okay? Don't say
So what I'm
those
trying to say
words
here
if you
is,
can't love
I know we can't
every
love
neighbor
every single
of
one of our
every
neighbors because all
color,
of
of
our neighbors ain't the
every
same. You know,
race.
some of them just
Okay,
nasty.
one
But what
thing
I'm
happens
saying
to one
is,
neighbor, you should feel
okay,
just as sad if it
accept,
happens to another. Okay,
accept your
so
neighbor,
I ain't trying
okay?
to preach y'all. Y'all know how I do, but I just had to say that. Like I said, it's Martin Luther King Day, and I just love everyone. Okay, so let's jump into this video. So this video is exactly what the title says. It's about gastric sleeve surgery. Okay, and so if anybody that's out there that doesn't know, but now you do, because I'm about to tell you that I did have gastric sleeve surgery back in March of 2020. And that is another big reason of my success with my weight loss. Okay. Is it the number one reason? Probably, but it's not the only reason I've lost 100 pounds and been so successful with my weight loss. Okay. So what is gastric sleeve? So gastric sleeve is also called sleeve gastronomy. That's another word for it. And it's a surgical procedure where they basically restrict a portion of your stomach. And when I say restrict, I mean they're cutting out about 75% of your stomach, okay? Now, the reason why the nickname came about for gastric I can't say it now. But the reason why the nickname came about, the gastric sleeve, is because they cut your stomach in the shape of a sleeve, okay? And just to give you an idea of what that looks like, put your hand in a fist and take your other hand and cover it. And that portion that's left over is now your stomach, okay? So that's your new stomach, okay? So is there any risk and complications with this surgery? Of course, because there's risk and complications with every surgery that you get. Okay, so complications and risk can be things like blood clots, gallstones, hernias, internal bleeding, leakage, skin separation, and restriction. Or
Restriction?
of course,
Don't you get
restriction
restriction
comes
when they
with it,
cut out
but
75% of
those
your
are just little
stomach?
things
What
that
you
can
talking about,
happen.
girl?
Did I experience any symptoms? No, I really didn't. I didn't have any of that. The only thing that I had was I had a little bit of heartburn. Um, and I fainted like in the
Girl, you
beginning, but it wasn't
fainted?
due to
You
my
saying that like that's
procedure.
just the
It
everyday
was due
normal
to
type
the
of
fact that
thing.
I was
Like,
on
girl,
a
you
2 week
fainted.
liquid diet and I was trying to work out, and I wasn't supposed to be working out while I was not taking in any food. But I was ready to kickstart this weight loss, and I was trying to lose as much as possible. So I was doing things that the doctors did not recommend. So that's why and it was quick. It was like a little, whoo, okay, came back up, and then I learned my lesson. Okay, so the recovery time for the gastric sleeve. So, right after I had the gastric sleeve, I was up walking around within hours. I probably would say I slept for like 3 hours after the procedure. But then once after I slept and I got up, the doctors and the nurses recommended that I start walking around the hospital because gastric sleeve can give you gas and pressure in your stomach and in your chest. And to relieve that gas and that pressure, they want you to walk around. So I was up walking around and I didn't feel any pain at all. Like I didn't even know I had the procedure besides the gas and the bubbles and stuff, because I didn't feel any pain in my stomach or anything. But the full recovery time, like if you work at a job where you're like active, then the full recovery time will be 2 to 3 weeks. But I know a lot of people who just sit behind a desk or who doesn't have like a strenuous job. They went to work right after surgery. Like they didn't wait. How do you qualify for gastric sleeve? So there's many ways you can qualify. The number one way would be your insurance. So generally you have to go through your insurance to qualify to see if you qualify for it, to see if your insurance will cover it. But typically your insurance, in order for them to cover it, you have to basically have a BMI of 40 or higher. And that's a BMI of 40 or higher with no underlying conditions. Okay? All right. So I didn't have a BMI of 40 or higher. My BMI, well, that's a lie. I'm so sorry. That was a lie. My BMI was actually 44. So I was 275 pounds and my BMI was 44. So I most definitely qualify. But can you qualify with your BMI being less than 40? Yes. You can. If your BMI is between 30 and 35 and you have underlying conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or any type of other condition, then your insurance will still most likely qualify you because you have health conditions. Okay? Once you do that, then you have to find out if your insurance is going to pay for your coverage and if there are any special qualifications that you have to go through in order for them to cover it. What I mean by that is they might want you to see a nutritionist. They might want you to see a therapist before they qualify you. And you might have to try to lose weight for 6 months before they'll okay it. Not all insurances are the same. Some insurances you don't have to qualify for any of that, and they'll just go ahead and cover your entire procedure. However, their doctors might not be in your state. They might be in different states, and you probably have to fly to that doctor in order to get the procedure covered. So just call your health insurance and see what you qualify for, okay? Can your stomach go back to normal after the gastric sleeve? Yes, it can. So your stomach is a muscle and it stretches. Often this doesn't happen. It won't go all the way back to where it started out, but it can stretch back out, okay? So there's things that you want to do to try to avoid this. Listen to your body. If your body says that it cannot eat anymore, don't force it, okay? Stop, okay? Don't overeat, okay? Because you don't want that to happen where it's just expanding and getting bigger, okay? How much does the gastric sleeve cost? Y'all, in the United States, it's very expensive. So the gastric sleeve can range from $17,000 all the way up to like $27,000 in the United States. So it's very, very expensive. Okay, so if your insurance can't cover it, you might have to think of other alternatives like going to a different country. Okay. How much weight can you lose? Like I said, how much weight you can lose is you can lose up to 50 to 70% of your excess weight. Okay. Okay, so what is the safest weight loss surgery? The gastric sleeve is the safest, okay? So you have the lap band and you have the bypass. And both of those are more complications and more severe and extensive surgeries. Well, the lap band isn't, but there's slippage with the lap band. So that's just a big, thick surgical rubber band that they put around your stomach. So that can slip or it can get too tight where you're barely eating anything and you can just start not being able to absorb water and stuff like. So the gastric sleeve was most definitely the most safest, okay? The cheapest procedure would have to be the lap band because you're not really getting any type of surgical procedure. They're putting the thick rubber band around your stomach, okay? And that's as low as $2,000 for the lap band. But it ain't worth it, in my opinion. All right, so I think that's it. That was just me explaining to you guys what the gastric sleeve is. Now, I am going to do another video just basically letting you guys know what my experience was. What did I go through insurance? Did I have to pay for this out of pocket? And if I did, just everything that I went to, did I have to go to a different country to get this procedure done? I mean, well, that just means you have to wait for my next video and find out if I did. Okay? So, thank you again for tuning in to my channel. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you can get other notifications of when I'm going to let you know about my procedure and my experience. I will also have clips, videos, and everything about my trip. So I'll also let you know the doctor. I'll tag them in and the clinic so you guys can see all of that. I'll even put in the Facebook group, everything if you're interested in getting your procedure done at this hospital, okay, or this clinic. All right, so thanks again. It's Just Brittany fans. Again, this is Just Brittany. Please come back and be a part of my family. Y'all have a great day.